So at the beginning of the year, the new year, I decided to challenge myself to 30 days of perfection of no cheating on my diet, 65 minutes of cardio 6 days a week, and lifting weights 5 days a week. So when I weighed myself on the first day, I was 230, 236.8. This morning I'm down to 228. Yeah, 228 this morning. Obviously, a lot of it was gut inflammation, water weight, and other stuff like that from eating like crap in the holidays. So today we're just gonna start going. I've already hopped on the treadmill. I've warmed up. The legs are good and warm. I've already stretched. So we're gonna start today with some heavy deadlifts, and then we'll go from there. All right. Whew. All right. If you haven't done so already, you guys new in here, double tap that screen, hit that like button. I would truly appreciate it. One of the things you gotta do when you deadlift is you either gotta wear pants or deadlift socks. If not, it'll scrape up your shins. And since how none of my clothes fit me anymore because I've lost 80 pounds, we're just gonna tie these super tight so they stay up. All right, we'll start the first set with 345. Whew. I'm gonna roll these up a little bit just so I'm not standing on them while deadlifting. There we go. Actually, let's see if I can pull this. Curious. All right. All right. 345 was definitely heavier than I thought it was going to be, but it's also been a minute since I've deadlifted, so let's keep going. Whew. Super weird. All right, next lift, 365. Ugh. All right. Oh man, of course I'm back at it, man. I got 30 days of perfection to follow. That's my goal for this year. First 30 days. Gonna see what happens. All right, 365 for 4. So let's hop up to we'll hop up to 385. Great start. Eat more greens. Man, I eat a lot of broccoli in my 2 meals every day. It's chicken, rice, broccoli every single day. I don't actually eat any fish. So I used to do tons of like pollock or tilapia, but it became an issue with me warming it up at work and stuff. So I just go straight chicken. So again, chicken, eggs, and protein shakes work for your protein intake. So, I mean, there's tons you could do other things, but for me, that's what works for me. So I just do a tons of chicken, eggs, and protein. So, but I do like pollock, or I do like tilapia, but there's not really, outside of the protein intake, like tilapia is good for you, but not necessarily the best when it comes to like other nutrients and things like that. All right. 385. Ugh. Ugh. Guys, if you haven't done so already, double tap that screen, hit that like button, show some support. I appreciate that. All right, 385. May I ask how many calories? I don't even know what that means, Chris. Mark, I'm not gonna lie, that's one of the goals up for today, man. Like normally I do. I just actually got a new trimmer for Christmas. I just haven't had a chance to get it. I've been off work for 17 days, and so it's just been chilling. But guys, we got 11 y'all beautiful folks on and one like. If y'all can just double tap that screen, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. I truly appreciate it. I'm gonna throw another 10 here on each side. Oh, my age. I'm 40. Well, I'll be 40 here in April. So 39. I've recently lost a little over 80 pounds. I was 303. I focused on my career, my job, my business, got everything up and going. I gained a bunch of weight by drinking sugary foods and eating like crap because I was working so much. But now, like, I'm on the grind, and my goal is perfect 30 days. For the next 30 days, no cheating on my diet, no skipping workouts, like nothing but perfection. So for 30 days, I want to see the difference. Just in the first 2 days of being perfect, I've already lost 8.8 pounds. A lot of that's like water weight, inflammation, and stuff like that from eating salty food and increased starches and stuff during the holidays. But I want to show what the human body can do in 30 days when you really lock in and set your mind to something. All too often, when we're about this close to achieving whatever our goals is, we quit. So I've done the most of 2 weeks of perfection, and then I'll have a cheat meal, then 2 weeks. So I've done it, for a smaller duration, but I've never done 30 straight days of following a perfect diet. My goal is to drop down to 210. During that time, I'm 218 right now. So in the next basically 28 days, I want to drop down about another 18 pounds. I still got a lot of water weight in here from eating like crap during the holidays. How much did you weigh before? I was 303. So I'm 303, I'm 228 right now. So guys, again, thanks for that support. Double tap that screen, hit that like button, definitely hit that subscribe if you want to follow the journey. I'd appreciate that support. All right. All right, let's get this. 405. Oh, woo! Woo! Ah. That was heavy. Thanks, guys. Double tap that screen, hit that like button. I'd appreciate that support. Whew. All right, that's our last sets of deadlifts, guys. 405 for 4. Probably have a little bit left in me, but I'm not going to push my luck. No, I don't fast. Like I said before, I had a buddy that did it that lost a crap ton of weight, but not that I don't necessarily believe it, but I also don't want to lose too much. I don't want to lose too much muscle. And when you fast like that in the morning, you're not having your protein throughout the day, which you're losing your protein synthesis, which isn't like what you, that's not the right verbiage. I can't think of what I want to say right now. It'll come back to me later. But basically, you want to have some protein every so many hours throughout the day to keep the body building and repairing. So for me, even though I want to lose weight, I still want to keep up my size. I'm so strong. Thanks. I bet $1,000 his butt stinks. Jose, you're not wrong, man. The protein farts are the worst. So they will get even the best of us. So now that I'm done deadlifting, I can take my shorts off. Ugh. I take my pants off, I guess I should say. Whew. Thanks, guys, for loving y'all on here. Double tap that screen. I truly appreciate it. I'm going to lift this up, guys, actually, because now I'm done deadlifting. I can see a little better. Am I taking any protein shakes? Yeah. So I highly encourage Synthesis 6 double chocolate. It tastes delicious. Actually, to me, I just mix it with water, and it's like 48 grams of protein for 2 scoops. On Amazon, you can get like 100 or a 10-pound bag for like $100. So which averages out to about $2 a meal. Where can you get $2 a meal at? Not very often. So I highly encourage looking into that. Not gonna lie, guys, I'm pretty happy with that 405 for 4. Especially my legs are still sore from leg day. So, pretty impressed with myself. Oh, after deadlifts, go straight to bent over rows. Yes, you're very just. So Chris, for me, I'm pretty much pretty strict in how I do things. So for me, it's always I lift weights. The biggest way to burn fat is to put on muscle, because the more muscle you have, you burn more calories while sleeping, more calories while driving the car, more calories while at work. So the more muscle you can put on you, the more calories you're gonna burn throughout the day. So I always encourage people to do a combination of cardio and lifting. If you have a choice to only do one, lift weights. Because at the end of the day, you're gonna put on more size. Obviously, you wanna be cognizant of heart health and stuff like that with doing cardio, but lifting weights is gonna burn more calories like while you're working out, and it's gonna burn more calories after you work out. And so, but for me, I lift weights, I try to put on as much size as possible, and then I do 60 minutes of cardio afterwards, just because I'm trying to cut. If I wasn't trying to cut, and I was actually trying to bulk, I would be eating significantly more. I probably added 2 meals today, or per day. I'm only eating 4 meals right now. about 2,000 calories for 200 grams of protein, but I would bump that up to probably maybe 5 meals and a snack, somewhere around 400 or 250 grams of protein. So, thoughts on keto and fasting? It depends on what your goals are. I think fasting works great. If your goal is strictly just to lose weight and not build muscle, like, and you want to fast, great. I had a buddy of mine that lost like 100 pounds doing it. Basically, didn't eat anything from the moment he woke up till when he went to, he came home. And then I think he said at like 6, 7 o'clock, he would then eat whatever he wanted after that. And then he would fast the rest of the day and he lost a bunch of weight. Like, he'd eat 1 or 2 meals at night and lost a bunch of weight. Keto, again, same thing. I think if that's what you want to do, focus on just protein. For me, I need the carbs to sustain energy throughout the day, especially for my job. Like, as a social worker, I'm like up and I need that brain power. If I don't have it, I get grumpy and agitated. So I personally couldn't do those type of things. So I did 4 sets of deadlifts. I'll do 4 sets of bent over rows, which is for the lats. Then we'll hop on to some lat pull downs and then kind of go from there. Gotcha, one last question. How tall am I? I am 6'3". So 6'3", 228 right now. I want to get down to 210. Want to drop down body fat to about 10 to 12%. If I had to guess right now, I'm somewhere between probably 14 to 16% body fat. And I want to drop that down to about 10 to 12. If I then keep going and get it down to like say 8%, I would love to do a bodybuilding competition. I know I wouldn't win. I know I would probably place in dead last. I'm okay with that, but it's something I've always wanted to do. So if I continue working as hard as I am working and I get down to where I am, why not do something just for the fun of it? It's not overly expensive to do a show. Like, I'm already putting in the hard work, so I might consider doing it just for fun. Very good. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate that. Again, guys, we got 12 beautiful folks in here. Double tap that screen, hit that subscribe button. Let me know if you subscribe, I appreciate that. And then definitely feel free to ask any questions about nutrition, working out, or anything else. Life can be hard at times, guys. We all just need to be supportive for each other. What kind of squat rack is that? Thinking about buying one. Danny, I'm highly encouraging you, especially if you're balling on a budget, look on Facebook Marketplace. Everybody wants to work out and everybody wants to lose weight, but they do it for a month and then they just quit. So look on Facebook Marketplace. I bought this pennies on the dollar. I bought 300 pounds worth of weight for like pennies on the dollar. I think, like, I had a guy deliver me 300 pounds worth of weight, a bar, a bench, and a rack for like $110. Mind you, that was a few years ago, but I would highly encourage looking at it. For this one here, again, I got it pennies on the dollar on Facebook Marketplace, and it's got 2 pulleys at the top and bottom. The only thing is like for squatting, you have arms to unrack it, but you have no safety. So if you're looking for something safe, I would encourage you to get something different. But basically, it just got pins that goes up and down. So I can bench on it here, shoulder press here, and then squat obviously is at the top because I'm tall. What's up, Josh? How you doing today? For those that are new in here, guys, for me, this is my day 3 of 30 days of perfection. I'm going to follow a perfect diet. I'm going to follow over an hour of cardio, and I'm going to, what did I say? And lift weights 5 days a week. Less weight that's too heavy for you. Doc, I'm doing bent over rows. Like, the weight, the movement is just this. Like that's it. It's like you're starting a lawnmower. Actually, I was just thinking I could do more weight. 10 sets of my own back hurts at 50. Yeah. Can you bulk on keto? I don't know. That's a good question. I probably not, because in order to bulk, you have to have carbs. And that's because, because the body burns carbs first, then fat in your diet. And then after you do that, then it goes to the protein. So if you're just eating protein, it's going to burn protein as energy, which would you know, complete opposite of bulking. So probably not a good idea. Awesome, bro. Keep up the good work. Happy New Year's. Thanks, Danny. Danny, that's my goal. Like, I was down to 219, and then I said, screw it, I'm gonna have fun with the family during the holidays. And I was like, I'll get back into it on the first of the year. And I was like, really, April's like when it starts to get warm here in Michigan. So April, May, like, is where I want to just be absolutely shredded. So my goal is set for April. All right, guys. So again, Katuri, let's see. We got 25 likes yesterday. Let's see if we can get more than that. So double tap that screen. It doesn't cost you anything, and I would appreciate the support. Thanks for those extra likes, appreciate it. You can buck on anything as long as you have a surplus, but it will be much, yep, exactly, Swagger, I agree. Like, again, it's all about the math. The math, that's the math. It's kcal in versus kcal out. I don't care if you eat cheeseburgers and candy bars. If you eat 1,500 calories a day, you burn 3,000 calories a day, you're at a 1,500 calorie deficit. There was a doctor that actually did a study so many years ago where literally only ate kid-sized candy bars, but ate like 800 calories a day, lost a bunch of weight. Is it healthy? No, but you're going to lose weight because it's all about kcal in versus kcal out. So, you have a solid basement, man, stick to your diet, and when you be able, thanks, Swagger. So my whole, like, growing up, I grew up pretty poor. I didn't have a bunch of money. Like, there's 3 of us in a 2-bedroom apartment. My mom did the best she could to raise us, you know, without much help from our dads. And I had a mattress in the middle of my floor in the living room. Like, that was my bedroom. And so growing up, I was just like, I want a man's basement. Like, I want just like a man cave. And so it's funny, like, I started out as like a man cave. We bought this house when my son's 9 now, and when he was maybe a few months old when we bought this house. And so, like, it started out as like a man cave. Got all my sports memorabilia stuff down here. I got my workout equipment, and then slowly all the kid stuff kind of integrated down here. So, like, when I was younger, I was like, had this whole idea of man cave. As a dad, I'm like, I love having the kid stuff down here because when the kids want to come and hang out with me when I'm working out, it's just the best thing ever. Hey, Heather, what's up? Appreciate the compliment. Chris, my name's Brandon. So you could call me Brandon. Whew, my ears are popping over here. Actually, just a second, guys. So obviously, because I have all my own weight equipment, I gotta make sure I take care of it myself. So this is, I think it's silicone-based lubricant. And every once in a while, I have to take a little bit of it It's actually meant for the treadmill, so, but I have to take a little bit of it so this doesn't catch while doing stuff. Good body for an old. I mean, yeah, probably troll master, close enough, right? I'm old, decrepit. I mean, I basically got one foot in the grave. Welcome back, Yusuf. How you doing, buddy? I mean, I'll be honest. Like, I know I'm fat and old and beard, but come on now, how many 40-year-olds look as good as I do? Like, let's be honest. So, but you know, I love trolls. People, like, I'm the one person, like, it takes a lot to offend me, so there's not much you could say that's gonna get to me. Thanks, Swagger. I appreciate that, guys. And I tell you, like, a year ago, I was significantly overweight. My stomach stuck out to here. Like, it was just ridiculous. Like, my face was swollen, like I was stung by bees. And now I fast forward, it's like I finally started taking care of myself, and I just see a significant difference. Guys, double tap that screen if you haven't done so already. I truly appreciate it. That's, like I said, I love trolls. Again, I'm 40. Wait, I'm not 40, I'm 39. Why do I keep saying 40? I'm almost 40. I keep jumping to the hell. I guess I'm trying to accept the fact that I'm getting old. So it's a lot easier to admit it. I am 39. I'll be 40 in April. I give up. I'm 39. Life starts at 40. Actually, I did just see a video earlier that your life's basically halfway over at 40, so good luck. I was like, I need to start causing some sketchy stuff out here pretty soon. You know, it seems if my life's halfway over. Did you take the easy way out and do a GLP train like everybody else in 2020? Big Zach, I actually have a video on there in one of my shorts. Kind of discuss that. No, like, I very much old-fashioned of, like, you put the work in. Like, if you take, again, some people gotta do what they gotta do. Let me start there. But to me, if you're taking that kind of stuff, you're cheating yourself. You're not putting in the hard work. And once you quit it, you're gonna gain back more weight. I've had friends out there that have done it. They've lost 70, 80 pounds, and then they stop, and 6 months later they've gained, 90 pounds back, because again, they're not doing it right. And so for me, I've done a calorie deficit. I do 60. Well, when I first started way back then, I was doing 40 minutes of cardio. Now I do 65 minutes of cardio every single day. I lift weights 5 days a week, and I follow an extremely strict diet. Like, my first meal of the day is 2 scoops of protein, Synthesis 6 protein shake. My next 2 meals are rice, chicken, and broccoli. 1 cup white rice, 1 cup broccoli, 1 cup chicken for the next 2 meals. And then my third meal of the day is 4 whole eggs, because I need to increase the fat in my diet, 2 egg whites, and then some kind of berries, preferably blackberries, raspberries, but sometimes I'll do like strawberries, sometimes I'll do an apple, just some kind of fruit. That's like my candy at the end of the day. And then I do cottage cheese for some casein protein, which is the slow digestive protein which lasts in your system overnight. Hey bro, could I try to get... Yusuf, you can ask questions, man. I don't mind. Props to you, brother. No hater people who jump on, but it's much more impressive to actually change. Yeah, so for me, on average, like in the beginning, I was losing about 5 pounds a week. and then it dropped down to like 1 to 2 pounds a week, or 2 to 3 pounds a week. But then it all depends. Like, I'll be honest, like I had some bad weeks where like I fell off my diet and like I gained a couple pounds. Like over Christmas or over Thanksgiving, like for like a 7-day period, I ate whatever I want. And so I gained about 8, 9 pounds. A lot of it was water weight and stuff like that. So it took me a week to get back to where I was. And then the next 2 weeks, I had lost a couple pounds. Then I went off again for like for like Christmas breaks. I've had 17 days off for vacation. I plan this every year where I take the last 2 weeks off. And so like I was down to 219. And then when I returned back from my break a couple days ago, I was 228. And so like a lot of that's water weight I was 228 now, but a couple days ago I was 236. So it fluctuates based on how you're eating. Now, for the next 30 days, if I stay perfect, I imagine I'll drop down to probably 210, which is like my ultimate goal. And then I'll kind of see, because I keep, like my original goal was like 250, and then it was 260 or 240. And then I was like, okay, well, 225. And then like, as I keep going down, like I still do not look how I want to look. So I have to keep going. Double tap your screen. Yes, thank you so much, Chris. Let me pin that comment. I appreciate that support for all those guys that hit that subscribe button. Guys, I got 20 new subscribers yesterday between the videos and this. It was awesome. I do have 2 kids. So I have 2 sons, and they're 8 and 9. So they're about, I think they're 18 months apart, something like that. So we plan to have our kids pretty close. Me and my brother are close. My wife and her sister are pretty close. So me and my wife purposely wanted our kids close around the same age. So that's another thing. I'm like, when I go back to work, it's nice because I'll fall back into the routine that I've been following, and I follow basically the same diet. I eat the exact same thing at the exact same time every single day, and I don't deviate from that. Sometimes I joke, it's like I have a little bit of like the tism, and it's just like, for me, that's how my brain works. Maybe it's my ADHD, to where like you drink 7 coffee or you drink black coffee when you leave the house at 7:40 till 10. At 10 o'clock, you drink half your protein shake. At noon, you drink the other half of that protein shake. At like 1:30, you eat your first meal. At 4 o'clock, you eat half of your second meal. And then what you work out, you do cardio, you eat the rest of your meal, you drive home, you come home, you put the kids to bed, you spend a little bit of time with the wife, you eat your 3rd meal or your 4th meal, which is, your eggs, your fruit stuff. You shower, you go to bed, wash, rinse, repeat. Do the same thing every single day, Monday through Friday. Like there's no deviation. Like my day is planned from 7 o'clock in the morning when I get up to midnight when I go to bed. Like it's just the same thing every single day. What age? I am 40 years old. Sorry, guys, I'm getting caught up in the comments. How does he make time for this? So I make time for this because I have a great supportive wife. I have worked my tail off the last 4 or 5 years. I built a very successful real estate business. I own 13 rental units that my wife helps me self-manage. So that's how I gained all the weight and basically got fat, because I focused all my time into my real estate business. Now my real estate business is doing very well. I'm also a social worker. I work 2 jobs. So again, my day is basically planned, like I said, from 7 o'clock in the morning to midnight every single day. Like then I sleep and I wash and repeat. It's the same thing over a day, same thing over and over. I work a lot of Saturdays and Sundays too. We all too often make excuses why we can't achieve things. But I can't do this, but I can't do this. As you can see, I'm working out in my basement. So if I don't get home from work till 8, 9 o'clock at night, then here it is. It's in the basement. You still get it done. Like it's not an option. Like if it's on the schedule, you should check the box. Like if it's not on the schedule, cool, you can skip that day. But all too often I'm tired. I don't feel it. Like, okay, you don't have any equipment. You live in an apartment complex. Watch a YouTube video. There's tons of free YouTube exercise videos out there. We all too often just make excuses. I think with your height, your weight. See, I was, like I said, I was 219 at one point, and I still had a lot of significant fat on me. So 215 has to be more. Yep, I did the same thing to cut. I am 6'3", eating the same thing every day. Yep, I eat the exact same thing every day. I don't deviate from that at all. Same thing every single day. This is where I say at times, like having ADHD is a superpower, because like we can hyper focus on one food. And I'm not one of those people that just says I have ADHD. No, I had to do all the rigorous testing when I was younger and stuff like that. And sometimes I feel like it's a blessing in disguise because I am able to eat the same thing every single day. Definitely gonna add some more weight to that. All right, guys, let me try to get caught up in the comments, and I'll finish with what I say. Get into the habit of drinking lemon water immediately after coffee is great. It's still crazy that year. Yeah, I was 6. I graduated high school at 6'1". Guys, we got 16 of y'all beautiful folks in here. Double tap that screen, hit that like button. Let's see if we can get up to 25 likes like we did yesterday. So one of the things I was just going to say before I did that previous says, like, food has become such a social construct in society that we eat for the taste of things. We eat for the enjoyment. We eat for going out with friends. We eat, as an event and different things like that. Like, and then think about it. If you're on a diet and you go out, there's peer pressure to, like, I'm the odd one out because I'm eating healthy and I have my meals pre-made versus the person who's eating chips and nachos and pizza and stuff like that. Like, it's the social construct is just weird. Like, you're the outlier. And so for me, like, I removed this idea that food's a social construct and food is supposed to be like this great tasty thing. And again, you can diet, eat healthy, and have your food taste great. Like, my wife does all my meal prep for me. My chicken's seasoned. I put extra virgin olive oil in my rice. I put salt or seasoning on that. But for me, food is a substance to give nutrition to the body. And when you change that mindset, and I know this all sounds lame, and you'll all be like, he's just talking shit. But this is how my brain functions, is that the purpose of food is to give me energy to complete whatever task I'm trying to do throughout the day. And so when I change that, it's easy for me to eat the same thing every day. It's actually harder if I try to switch it up. Having structure and routine makes it much easier to maintain consistency. Absolutely, swag. That's 100% true. Like, that's the thing is, and like, usually my wife will meal prep 3 to 4 days for me at a time, and then redo it. So that way, it's like I just boom every morning. Like, I just reach in the fridge, I grab my stuff. I throw it in my bag, throw an ice pack in there, and it sits in my car. Like, sometimes I'll warm up my food. Sometimes I just eat it cold. It just all depends. Like, and this is where you kind of remove the enjoyment of like the food, and like, it's just substance to nurture the body. Like, sometimes eating cold rice sucks. It's hard. Like, usually I add a little water to it, warm it up. It kind of like moisturizes your rice. But sometimes it's just cold and you just do the best you can. Do I eat fish or seafood? I love fish and seafood, and fish and seafood is great for you. But again, like I said, a lot of times I eat my stuff cold. I'm not eating cold seafood. And I had people complain at work. I'm a social worker. I had people at work complain about the smell of fish. So I kind of quit making it. It just wasn't, the juice wasn't worth the squeeze. It's too much of a hassle. For me, I have the tasting mindset. But if I want to stay healthy, I eat steak sometimes. But chicken takes too long. Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, whatever you guys got to work. Your body's flabby. You exercise too quickly for your body. My body's flabby. Cans, I better call you Cans. My body's flabby because I've lost 80 pounds and I have a shit ton of loose skin. Like, if I again, I was 303, I'm 228 now. Like, if I wasn't for like losing the weight, like, it wouldn't be here. But I have tons of loose skin here. I have tons of loose skin on the inside of my legs and over here from the weight loss. So I've done some research on it. Basically, if I can continue losing the weight and I can keep it off for a few years, then the skin should shrink it back up. if it does it for whatever reason, I'd be lying to tell you if I haven't thought about doing like some form of like skin removal, stuff like that. Because if I put in all this hard work and like the skin doesn't firm up eventually, like it's going to be very defeating and it'll really hurt my confidence and my ego and stuff like that. To, you know, basically diet, exercise, lose close to 100 pounds over a couple year period and still feel flabby, like it's just not a good feeling. You really don't have that much skin. Nothing that will, and that's kind of what I'm hoping, Swag, is that the skin eventually goes away and it firms up a little bit. Like that's the ultimate goal, but we'll kind of see what happens. Thanks, Zach. Appreciate it. Again, guys, hit that subscribe button. Like I said, I got about 20 new subscribers yesterday. It was super cool. Like I'm enjoying the content. I've had several like friends I see in real time, I guess, you know, not on my message me lately saying that, hey, you know, it's like, keep up with your videos, keep being motivational. So like, it's been awesome. He's like, I've lost 30 pounds, and a lot of it is like, your videos have really encouraged me to continue pushing myself to do better. And I had a girl I went to high school with, she's like, hey, like I've lost 100 pounds. Like sometimes when I think about quitting, she's like, I see your videos and like, it really encourages me to keep going. Like see the work that you're putting in. You're not taking any kind of special meds. You're not taking, you know, any gear. You're not doing anything special outside of just putting in hard work. So again, so I can continue making this content, guys, please just hit that subscribe button. I truly appreciate it. I don't need anybody to send me money. Just hit that subscribe button, watch those videos, leave some comments. I would truly appreciate it. Have you heard of, I've heard of it, it can help with loose skin. Swag, if you'll comment on one of my videos, that right there, I'd appreciate it so I could take a look at it afterwards. Is it like a gel or like a cream or something like that? Because I know people have said like different like lotions will help, like with collagen and stuff in it. So I haven't looked into it much. You don't have much loose skin. Bits I do, like right here, it's really bad, like right down here especially. Like, and I have stretch marks underneath here, you could see. And at times, like this bulges out way more here. I mean, obviously there's still fat pockets there, but there's a lot of loose skin here that's pretty self-conscious. It will probably bounce back once it does it. And Biz, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm just going to kind of see how things are going. Like I'm happy with how I look compared to how I did. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate it. Oh, I love fish. I was born in Yusuf, I'm going to have to start looking into getting some more salmon because I know like the omega-3 fatty acids and salmon really help lubricate the joints and stuff like that. I actually have fish oils in my car. I was taking every single day for a while to kind of help with that. But I also used to do ice baths, and I need to get back to doing ice baths because the inflammation in the body when you do like a 2 to 5 minute ice bath a day is night and day difference. I used to be half as sore as I am right now. I need to really get back to the ice bath. It's a peptide, an injection peptide that they get from a telehealth clinic. Huh. I'll have to look into that. I'm scared of needles though, so definitely not a big. Oh, fried fish is great. Like I could eat fried fish all day long, dip it in some cocktail sauce, or not cocktail sauce. What the hell you call that? Tartar sauce. I can eat fried fish all day long, but again, fried fish is terrible for you. Yeah, I really need to get back to the ice bath. The ice baths were making a night and difference on how I felt every day. It was just hard during the summer. It was hard to basically keep it, and I wasn't spending $70 on ice. I was trying to freeze ice. I need to basically buy one of the ice machines that kind of filters this out because I have like one of the cold tubs that sits outside. I need to just buy one of the machines. I could never do ice baths. That's one thing I don't ever want to do. Biz, I'm telling you, so there's two ways you can do it. You could basically drop the temperature down to about 35 degrees and you do 1 to 2 minutes. And I mean, 1 minute is hardcore pushing it. However, if you raise the temperature to about 50 degrees, 55, or between 50 and 60 degrees, Then I could do 5 minutes. And at that point, I felt like it was easier to do 5 minutes at that temperature than the lower duration at the lower temperature. But what I would normally do is I would put on like a motivational clip on YouTube and just listen to it. And I'd watch it on my phone, and then I would just hyper focus onto that, and it makes it a little bit easier. Usually it was something from like Andrew Tate or not Andrew Tate. That's not who I meant to say. What was the military guy that does all those like 100-mile runs and stuff? I can't think of his name right now. He always says, "Stay hard, stay hard." Oh my goodness. What was his name? That's gonna drive me crazy. David Goggins. Thank you guys. Look, everybody jumped in there. David Goggins. So I'd always put on like a David Goggins clip and listen to him, and like I would run through a wall for that dude. Like he's just on a different level. Like his brain just is broken. Like he just functions different. And so when I put on a David Goggins video, I'm doing an ice bath. Like I feel like such a failure if I try to quit early. Like it's not an option. So put on that David Goggins stuff and just listen to it. Sit in the water. Like you feel night and day difference. Like I did legs 2-3 days ago. My legs are absolutely killing me today. It was hard to deadlift today because of that. But again, I fought through it. If I would have done an ice bath the last couple of days, I probably wouldn't be sore at all today. So they are arguably for recovery. It's probably the best thing you can do is an ice bath. Hold on, guys. I gotta see what time it is. Oh, it's 3 o'clock. One of the things I love about working out in my basement is that I don't have to wear socks. Or I don't have to wear shoes. Yeah, he was a SEAL, but if you look up, Chris, if you look up David Goggins, he's like one of the only people that have completed like, I think it's like 3 or 4 of the specialized military trainings, like where he's actually done like what it takes to meet like each individual, like, you know, I think it's like the Navy SEAL, because he was a Navy SEAL, but then he, I think he did like what was like the Armor Ranger training, and then I think there was like another 1 or 2 more he did. The guy's just an animal. He's just built different. So David Goggins is someone I huge hardcore look up to. So, and again, he's nothing special. Like he was super fat at one duration, like I was, and so I'm like, damn, if he could do it, like there's no excuse for me not to be able to do it. It just all comes down to a mindset. And Yusuf, I'll be honest with you, that would be the long-term goal. But my biggest thing, and the reason I go live, and the reason I do what I do, is because I want people to be better. Like I just want people to do better. I want to give people the motivation. I had a kid on here the other day that was 17. That was like, hey, I play football. I'm not getting very much playing time. He's like, I want to get stronger. He's like, what would you do? I'm like, hey man, like he commented on one of my videos. I'm like, here's my name. Send me a message on Facebook. Like I could walk you through. I could help write you like to improve your diet. I could help certain exercises you could do to get stronger. He's like, oh, I play offensive line and defensive line. I'm like, okay, well, the average football play is 3 to 4 seconds. So you really want to, you know, strengthen explosiveness. You really want to focus on like your deadlifts, your power, or your 3 power lifts, your deadlifts, your bench press, your squats. Like, and you want to do heavy sets of 4 because again, you don't need to do sets of 12 because at the end of the day, in football, you're never going to do a play that lasts 15 seconds. It almost never happens. What the average play is 3 to 4 seconds. So again, heavy sets of 4 bench press, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's going fast. So think about it. Why would you train anything different? So you got to trade for whatever you're trying to do. And so I love being able to help people, especially younger people that want to better themselves, that don't have anybody that's going to be nice to them. And all too often, you know, you get online and people are just pricks for no reason whatsoever. Like it makes them feel better about their miserable life by being a prick. And I'm the complete opposite of that. Like that's why when trolls come on here and they try to say some crazy stuff, like that shit just makes me giggle. Like you ain't gonna bother me. Like I've been through hell in my life. I've been through a ton of shit in my life. Like a troll come on here, you ain't gonna bother me. Like, come on now. No, Yusuf, that's off the goal. Just me. Beautiful chest. Thanks. Thanks, Daniel. I've tried. I'm getting there. Like I'm getting to where I want to be. Day by day. All I gotta do is be better than the guy I was yesterday. That's it. Brady, you have his book, Can't Hurt Me. I have it. So actually, one of my New Year's resolutions is I want to read at least one book a month. So right now I'm reading Rich Dad Poor Dad, which for me, I feel like it's a little bit below my level because of like I said, I own 13 rental units. I've grown my net worth from roughly 200K to just under $1 million in like 3 years. Like again, I'm just a social worker. I don't make great money, but I make good financial choices. So I feel like the book it's a little bit below my level, but again, it's like one of those must reads. So I binge read like 60 pages the first night, and I'm going to try to finish it in the next week or so. And so after I'm done reading Rich Dad Poor Dad, I then want to read The Richest Man in Babylon. I have that book upstairs. I've already read The Millionaire Next Door, and then I'm going to look at some like more motivational stuff. So I'll have to take a look into that. How much do I weigh? I am 6'3", and I weigh 228 right now. My goal is to get down to about 205. So I was 303. I want to get down to 205. But guys, if you haven't done so already, double tap that screen, hit that like button, hit that follow. I would truly appreciate it. John, I am 39 years old. Okay. My ears are like plugged. Like I can hear myself like talking. It's really weird. Like I have water in my ears. It's freaking me out, guys. Oh yeah, Chris, man, I bet like to kind of like again, I like to share my story because everybody's been through some stuff, but for me, like I don't even know where to start, man. I had an incredibly abusive childhood. Like I went through divorce at 25. Me and my ex-wife were together for 9 years. She ended up leaving me for my best friend at 25. I about lost my mind. Had all kinds of SI thoughts. This is actually before I got into social work and stuff like that. Had all kinds of SI thoughts. Like I was like, dang, not only did I lose all my group of friends, but I also lost like my wife. Like, and everything kind of just went downhill. I quit my job. I failed out of college. Like everything just went to shit. And then eventually, like I said, screw it. And I ended up moving out of the country. Like I'm from United States here in Michigan. I ended up leaving the States. I lived in Brno, Czech Republic for 11 months, taught English as a foreign language. I met like a girl before I went out there in the Dakotas area. I went there, stayed with her. That was wild. And so like, I mean, I lived there for 11 months and I came back and was like, I got to restart my life. Like I went back to college. I finally graduated. And like, I just started making better choices. Like at one point when I was probably about 4 or 5 years ago, I had zero debt. I had my house paid off, my car's paid off, I had my student loans paid off. I had zero debt whatsoever, which was pretty neat. The old school Dave Ramsey philosophy. But I was like, there's got to be more to life than just taking a couple of vacations a year and having some money in the bank. Like there has to be way, way, way more to life than that. So I actually did a cash out refinance of my primary residence, took all that money, started investing into real estate. And then that led me to, the spot I'm at now where I'll be able to most likely retire by the age of 45. Like my goal is to retire at 45. But I've worked 60, 70, 80 hours a week for a long time to be able to build up to that, to build my real estate portfolio. Now that my real estate stuff is doing well, now I'm back to focusing on my body and my health. I want to be able to, like, it was hard to play with my kids. Now I can play with my kids. Like, I don't have a struggle. So it's like I've kind of taken turns what I want to focus on in my life. It's like business, money, body was down here. Now, like, my business is doing well. So, like, my body's up here. My business is down here. My business now is sustained, so I don't have to put as much energy into it, like, going forward. So we all could do it. There's no excuses not to do it. It's just life's about choices. Like I said, I'm a social worker. I don't make great money. I think my base salary is like $45K a year, something like that, 42,000 a year. But I work extra jobs. I do other things. Like, I think it was a couple years ago. Like, I really focused on, like, my TT channel. Hold on just a second, guys. That worked out. I thought I had a meeting. I was going to have a meeting at 4, but they just canceled. All right, guys. So I have a question for y'all. So my 4 o'clock appointment just canceled. I was supposed to go show one of my rental units, but I don't have to do that anymore. I could either end this because I'm done working out. I could move y'all over to the treadmill. We could continue chit-chatting over there. It's kind of up to you guys. I'm 10 and 11 this year. Yusuf, for you right now, just continue doing you. Like, I don't encourage people even starting lifting weights until maybe like middle school or like high school. And then the biggest thing you could do once you get into high school is chocolate milk. I always encourage chocolate milk, because chocolate milk has tons of sugar in it, and it's got a decent amount of, like, casein protein in it. I always push chocolate milk. Like, when you're younger like that, y'all don't need anything extra. All right, give me guys just a second. All right, give me a second to move everything around, guys. I don't even know if I've been live with the new treadmill yet. All right, guys. All right, give me just a second. All right. Let me see. It's definitely warm in here. Maybe I'll turn that heater down a little bit. Good Lord, is it warm? All right. This has got to go up higher. Hold on, let me see if I missed it. So there we go. As I do that, I went up a little bit higher. Unfortunately, I have to run. All right, guys, well, I'm going to try to hop on a little bit more lately. Like I've been at going to Planet Fitness a lot more than working on it at home. All right. So yeah, I've been going to Planet Fitness a lot more lately. I don't like where this is at. Oh, let me see here. Is that a little bit better? Hey, Becky. There we go. There we go. I feel like that's better. All right, yeah. Like I said, I've been going to Planet Fitness a lot more lately to work out, to be around other people, to help with my motivation. What do you mean, Yusuf, them? And I'm not going to be able to re-scroll through comments now. It'll be a little bit, definitely harder. Becky, how have you been? It's been a minute. Heather, actually work has been insane, but last month, because I couldn't essentially reach my unit bonus, like I basically told my work I'm not working very hard last month. And they're like, nope, we understand. But right now, they essentially got me doing 2 full-time jobs at work. Like I'm working both programs. I have a full caseload, what would be considered a 40-hour full caseload, and both programs. And then I still work at the hospital nights and weekends, which I start that. I go back to work tomorrow, working at the hospital, and then yeah, so I'll be back starting Monday. I'll be back to working tons of hours. So yes, Becky, Bowser's doing great. He and Bailey are absolutely best friends. They do nothing but terrorize everybody else, and Bella's kind of just the outlier of just like leave me alone kind of thing. So, but they love to terrorize each other. But guys, if you guys are new here, haven't done so already, double tap that screen. Let's see if we can get up to 25 likes. That's what we got up to yesterday. It was pretty cool. It's gonna feel good. They actually canceled my 4 o'clock appointment, so I'm gonna be able to complete my full hour plus of cardio. Actually, probably should have messaged Danny, but oh well. But yeah, so it feels good, especially because I'm not working right now. That like I can get my workout earlier on in the day. So, because my sleep schedule is jacked. I slept until like 11 o'clock today because I didn't go to bed until almost 3:30. So my sleep schedule is jacked, so I have to go back to work. It's going to be hard. But it feels good to get my workout in and get the cardio done and out of the way. Kind of have just the rest of the day to do whatever. So yeah, nothing new with the dogs. They're all the exact same. But as if there's anybody new in here that hasn't been chatting, say something, say hi, ask questions. You know, what is everybody's goals for this year? What's everybody looking to achieve? Like, what's everybody's plans? So, really curious to see what everybody's trying to work on. Like I said, my 3 goals this year, and I posted this on my Facebook. Go feel free to comment on that. But my 3 goals this year are to read 1 book per month, to drop my body fat percentage down to 10 to 12%. If I had to guess right now, about 14%, 14 to 16% right now. And then my 3rd goal this year is to become a millionaire. So those are my 3 goals that I want to achieve. Let me see if I can reply to this real quick, guys. They canceled the showing, so I'm doing an hour of cardio. Nope, it will not let me comment. Oh well. What's your idea, Yusuf?
But double tap that screen, guys. Show some support. I'd appreciate that. There we go. Gosh, my flapping belly looks really good from this angle. Makes me feel really good about myself. If you want to, Heather, see if she'll see it. Telling you guys, the key to fat loss, weight loss, is the cardio at the end. I feel like the lifting the weights and the diet, it like really helps put me at a calorie surplus, but the 65 minutes of cardio where I burn about 600 calories, like boom, that's an additional 600 calories of like in the hole. Like it feels great to add that negative to the hole at the end of the day. What if you put maybe a hoodie or a shirt on that might help with getting skinnier? It might help with views, because if people scrolling shirtless man with a white beard. I mean, Yusuf, I don't care. Like, to be honest with you, I don't really care what kind of people's opinions of me are. Like, I don't like to wear a shirt. I've never liked to wear a shirt. Like, if I'm in public and I don't have to have a shirt on, I don't have a shirt on. That's just who I am. So when I'm at home, I never have a shirt on. I work out in just socks. Like, I don't put shoes on either. And like, for me, this is what I just enjoy. So I'm gonna do it. The only time I wore a shirt was when I was extremely overweight and I was self-conscious. So even at like swimming pools and stuff like that, when I was self-conscious, I would put a shirt on because I felt bad about myself. I hated how I looked. I was embarrassed that I'd allowed myself to get that fat. And after that point, like, I was just like, it was funny because like the day I chose to lose weight was, like the day I chose to lose weight, we were at a water park with my entire family, my wife's family, and the weight limit for the slide was, I think it was like 280 pounds. And I was 300 pounds at the time. I still decided to ride it. And I ended up flipping over. I broke my toe. I ended up hurting myself. And I was like, dang, man, like you can eat whatever you want the rest of this vacation. Start Monday, you are going on a diet because you are a fat heifer. And there's no reason you should be, a weight limit on a slide because you're ridiculous. And now you can't play with your kids. It was super embarrassing. So that was kind of like the epiphany I needed to be like, it's time to make a change. And so since then, I think as of right now, currently, I'm down like 85 pounds or 75 pounds. At my best, it was 84 pounds. And so that's what these 30 days of perfection are all about. It's all about getting back to where I want to be. I want to be 40 years old and in the best shape of my life. How many people could say that? Not many. And so to me, it's all about that mindset of like, we flipped the switch on Monday. I purposely didn't drink almost anything. I purposely didn't drink anything on New Year's. Actually, that New Year's Eve, that's a lie. I drank a half a glass of champagne. But I knew that like I couldn't set myself up for failure for the New Year by getting drunk and being hungover the next day. So I had a half a glass of champagne, went to bed, and like I said, it doesn't matter because I slept in anyways because I'm on vacation. But like I knew that next day, it's on. And so we're all about that. Simple Savage says thank you, I appreciate that. Hit that follow button, hit that subscribe. I truly appreciate that support. I aspire to be like you. Thanks. I appreciate that. And for me, like I said, guys, I'm nothing special. Like, I'm not achieving anything that anybody else can achieve in the world. Like, the reality of it is, every single person can achieve what I'm doing. Like, you can achieve the financial gains. You can achieve the educational gains. You can achieve the physical gains. Like, everybody can do it. Like, I'm not nothing special. I grew up on hood housing and food stamps poor. Like, I started going to school on Pell Grants because I didn't have the money to do it. Like, everybody can do it, whatever you put your mindset to. I'm a firm believer, if you want to work at McDonald's, you could become rich working at McDonald's. You just might have to work at McDonald's, and you might have to work at Burger King. Work 60, 70 hours a week, take half your paycheck, put it away, and then start investing. Like, everybody can do it. Like, and the only people I firmly believe can't do it are people who have a physical or mental disability that doesn't allow them to. Everything else is just excuses. Everything else is simply an excuse. All right, we're 9 minutes in. It's crazy. I used to be like, oh, we got 50 some minutes to go, but that's not true because I do 65 minutes now, not 60. What's up, Yusuf? It's crazy. None of my clothes or shorts even fit me anymore. Simple Savage, again, I appreciate that support. Strokes the ego, especially someone who used to be incredibly fat and hated how he looked. I appreciate that. Okay. What'd she say, Heather? She say okay? You guys want to hear something funny? So the other day, this is kind of embarrassing, but funny. So the other day, since I've lost all the weight, I had to buy new boxers. I used to wear like a 2 extra large boxers. I'm down to like a large boxers now. And so, but again, because now they're large, they fit how they're supposed to be versus being extremely big, how I'm used to wearing boxers. And so I was squatting at the gym the other day and I had my large boxers on. And when I did, the boxers split straight down the seam. Like I squatted down, it came down, pushed them to their limits, they exploded. Like it felt like a shotgun went off in my butt. And like, it was like this such uncomfortable feeling. And my buddy looked at me like, what's going on? Like, dude, I just blew up my boxers. And so today, I put on bigger boxers while I was deadlifting because I didn't want to blow out another pair. And now they're way too big and uncomfortable. I'm on the treadmill right now. By the way, Oneness players. So, Yusuf, this used to actually, we created this count specifically for like our dogs. And then I kind of just took it over because, again, we got this account monetized. We'd spent a bunch of time grinding on it. Like, we make very little, and I mean very little, like pennies on this account. So instead of creating a new one, I just started using this one for what I wanted to do. So, like, my big passion is fitness and working out and real estate and just overall trying to be motivational towards people. So I kind of just started using this, and it's still got the same username from when we originally created it for our dogs. During the summer, I walked to the grocery store to get groceries. That's awesome, Heather. That's good. Again, one of the things I do, because I used to track my steps. Obviously, I don't do it now while I'm on the treadmill because I can't hold my phone. I need to get like one of those watches. But what I'll do is I purposely park as far away as I can at work, and so that way I have to walk farther. Sometimes when I get frustrated at work, I'll take 2 or 3 laps around the building. So I do whatever I can. And I always used to try to have a goal of like between 4,000 and 6,000 steps before I was done with work. And then afterwards, I would always do my 4.25 miles on the treadmill or outside. And so usually I would end up with about 15,000 steps every single day. So what was my goal? Was always 12,000, but if I could get those extra steps at work, or one of the things I like to do, because again, I'm a social worker, so if I gotta take someone shopping and I gotta walk around the store with them, like we'll just walk laps. Like I'll walk laps around the aisles with them just to get those steps up. Because again, weight loss is all about burning calories. And it does, like you don't gotta do sprinting, you don't have to do it, you just simply have to move. Get off the couch and move. So if I can get extra steps in by whatever means necessary, that's why I take the very last spot in my parking lot. So I literally park diagonal from the door as far out as I can, so that way I have to walk in to get extra steps. So it's about an extra 100 steps to my car, an extra 100 steps back. So, or maybe about 150, so it's about an extra 300 steps. If I do that twice a day, that's 600 steps. It all adds up. She said, okay, I'm going to play some Roblox. Have fun, Yusuf. My kids love video games. I've actually been trying to play more. Like my youngest got Madden for Christmas, so I've been actually playing that with him. And my oldest likes to play. Oh, I bought the new Gears of War game. Thanks for whoever hit that like button. I appreciate that. I would love to get 2 more likes. Message your friends. Send the stream to your friends. You can tell them whatever you want to tell them. Just tell them to hit that subscribe button. You know, I can be the cute guy. I can be the old guy. I can be the gray guy. You know, whatever it is. Just hit that follow button. Show some love. Isn't there a song like everybody cries sometimes? That's how I feel right now, but instead of cry, everything hurts. All right, guys, we are 15 minutes in with another 50 minutes to go. So if you're new in here, double tap that screen. What's everybody's goal? Now I really want to know, what does people want to achieve in the new year? I know, new year, new me. For me, I'm just continuing the same things I've been doing the last couple years. Just looking to level up. So what's everybody looking to achieve this year? What's everybody's goal? What are you doing to focus on that goal? Because all too often in life, we get here. We're about to achieve whatever that is, and then we quit because it comes too hard, or we didn't succeed fast enough, or we didn't get that immediate gratification. So what is it that everybody's trying to achieve this year? And what are you going to do to apply to that? Because all too often, like, we start something, feels good, we don't achieve it, we quit. We move to the next task, we feel good, no, it feels good, move to the next task, and we just keep doing the cycle over and over and over. Trust me, I'm ADHD. I've done it tons of times, where I've jumped from tasks, you know? It was like, I wanted to make my dog social media famous. I wanted to do my real estate. I was a personal trainer for a while. Like, it's like here. Instead of just focusing to become a master of one thing and become successful, we just jump around. So what is it? What does everybody want to achieve this year? What is your goal? Like I said, my 3 goals, I've gone over this several times in this live. My 3 goals are to read 1 book a month. I want to drop down to 10 to 12% body fat. If I had to guess right now, I'm 14 to 16%. So I probably need to lose about 10 to 15 pounds. Actually, yeah, probably about 15 to 20 pounds. And then I want to become a millionaire. So my net worth is getting up there pretty high. I want to have a net worth of $1 million by the end of this year. So those are my 3 goals. What is everybody else trying to achieve? Should have grabbed a towel. And I only need 1 more like to get to 25, which is where we were at yesterday. There we go. Thank you. Appreciate that. Whoever hit that like button. That's awesome. Appreciate you. Oh, and another person. Appreciate y'all. Thank you very much. What's up, buddy? You want to grab me like a hand towel and bring it down here, but stay on the outside of the thing, because I'm guessing you probably don't have a shirt on, buddy. I'm guessing that's Hannah. Thanks, Hannah. Appreciate that. That was very nice of you. Guys, hit that subscribe button. I'm telling you, like, all I want to do is I want to get back and I want to support people. Like, life's hard, work's hard, school sucks. Like, if we all could just be nice to each other, like, the world would be just a lot better of a place. So just go around that way, buddy. Like, we just need to be nice to each other. It's that simple. Be nice to each other. Have goals. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. And then just work on those goals. Where will you be at? Where are you going to lose? Heather, I got tons of weight to lose. I'm telling you, I was down to 219 before I gained some of the weight back. So, yeah, for whatever reason, Heather, we've always been one less, for whatever reason. Hannah, to be honest with you, this channel's kind of jumped around. And the new direction in which I'm moving it towards is just focusing on, positivity out there in the world. Like for me, I've recently lost 80 pounds. I put my mind to it. So right now I'm on a 30-day perfection challenge of what I'm going to do for myself. And I want to show the world what happens when you set your mind to something, you don't deviate from that, and you stay dedicated. dedication trumps motivation every single day of the week. And all too often we say, I'm going to show up when I'm motivated. No, you show up because you're dedicated, because it's on the schedule. So for right now, the next 30 days, obviously starting on the 1st, I'm going to follow a perfect diet. I'm not going to deviate from it. We eat the same thing every day. The next, I'm going to do cardio 6 days a week for 65 minutes. And then I'm going to lift weights. I want to drop down to 10 to 12% body fat. So that's my goal right now. That's what this channel is going to focus on for the next 30 days. Is simply showing when you set your mind to something, you can achieve whatever it is. And for me, the next 30 days, I went from 303, I'm down to 228, and I want to drop down to about 205 and kind of see where I'm at. At that point, then eventually I might do a bodybuilding competition, just for funsies. Thanks, Ultimate. I appreciate it. I'm telling you, like, when I was bigger, I hated myself. I hated how I look. I hated how hard it was to do everything. It was hard to get up in the morning. Like, I really did not like myself. And it was just simply, like, I allowed myself. And, like, I'm even mad at myself now because I look at the damage I did, the permanent damage I did to my body. Of, like, stretching the skin out of my legs, my stomach. Even my chest doesn't sit up as high as it used to. Like, once you do that permanent damage to your body, you can do great work and you can have it come back somewhat, but at the end of the day, you've done permanent damage. So, like, at the end of the day, I'm still mad at myself, but again, I can't go back and re-undo that. But what I can do is promise to make sure I'll never make that mistake again. And so that's my goal, is, like, to continue pushing myself, continue to challenge my body to see what I can do. Like, earlier, before I strained my quad, I was running a 30-minute 5K, which at almost 40 isn't bad. So I've maybe considered doing like a 10K to really challenge myself to see what else I can do. I've subbed the notification. Thanks, Hannah. I appreciate that. That was very nice of you. Again, guys, everybody else, turn those notifications on. I try to just, again, stay motivating to people. And I try to respond to every post. Every time someone comments something, I try to respond to everything because I really hate like these people who get big and they stop responding to the people that helped get them there, which I'm not like that at all. Like, I feel like you support the people who support you. And like, if I'm not live right now, what I'll do is actually I'll scroll YouTube and I'll like and comment on almost every single small account I see, just to kind of help them with their growth. So, like, I don't comment on like the big ones that got thousands or hundreds of thousands of views or 20,000 views. I'm out here commenting on the people that's got like 10 likes, maybe 300-400 subscribers, and I'll subscribe to the channel, comment on several of the videos. Like, people are out here grinding are the people that need support. Awesome, buddy. All right, we're 23 minutes in. I'm definitely sweating. All right, let's check and see what my heart rate is. So usually I try to keep my heart, because I walk on a 4-point speed, which is like a mile every 15 minutes. Let's see. I see a lot of people play, but I feel like it's too much sweat. What game you talk about, Tyler? Yeah, so ultimately, like I said, I've been pretty consistent at this for about I think I started last November, so a little bit over a year, and I've lost 85 pounds total. And 85 pounds at one point. I gained some weight back over the holidays. Now I'm back in the grind, and so I always make sure that I do my cardio at like a 4-point speed. I try to stay in like a fat burning zone, usually around 130 or 135, 140 heart rate, and then obviously I lift weights consistently to continue to build muscle. So, and then when I lift weights, I try to stay in more of a anaerobic state versus an aerobic state while lifting weights, especially for like the heavy lifts of like, your bench press, your squats, your deadlifts, using way more anaerobic to where like heavy sets of 4, and then all other exercises, it's like that mixture of like set to 12. What's up, Yusuf? Oh yeah, Yusuf's playing Roadblocks. Ugh. All right, let's actually check my heart rate. So I'm not going to talk for a minute, guys. All right, my heart rate's right around 130, which is crazy, guys. When I first started doing this, and I was like fat, and I was 300 pounds, like doing this same thing, like my heart rate would have been like 150, 155 because how out of shape I am. But because I do over an hour of cardio 5 days a week, like sometimes it's harder to get my heart rate up to where I want it to be. Like eventually I'm gonna have to continue increasing either the incline or I'm going to have to increase the speed because it's hard to get my heart rate up as the heart continues to strengthen. Heck yeah, man, let's go. Acknowledge. Oh, yeah, man, that's what it's all about. Man, take care of those who take care of you. That's the key. I'm telling you, everybody can lose weight. Everybody just, I have a buddy of mine. He started working with me. He's 27, so he's 12 years younger than me. And several times he's like, I want to do this, but blah, 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 blah. I want to do this, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, dude, finally I started being like that quote unquote mean friend of like, I'm done letting you make excuses. Like, I need to do this because of this. I'm like, no, man, you make an excuse. Well, I can't do this because of this. No. Like, stop making fucking, excuse my language, effing excuses and go out there and do whatever it is you want to achieve. Like, you're too often making these excuses. And I'm tired of it, man. So then, like, I challenged him. And, like, he's made so many life changes in the last 2-3 months as him and I become really good friends. Just because I'm not going to allow these poor behaviors. Like, if that's what you want to do, fine. You do, you're grown. But don't say you can't because of the excuses. And so it's been neat to see the changes he's made. Like, I got him going to the gym with me pretty consistently. He's trying to diet this month also. He's going to try to follow like a similar diet as I am this month. And he really wants to see what he's going to look like in 30 days of perfection. Like, he's been grinding at work. Like, I'm telling you, I'm like, lock in, stop making excuses, and show up. That's all it is. You just have to show up. All right, Yusuf, I did miss several of your comments. I seen you're one on the leaderboard. The Running Dad, let's go. Hey, Running Dad, is your channel, I'm guessing specifically about you running? You run marathons, you run 5Ks, like whatever it is. If so, comment on one of my videos, let me know, and I'll go and follow your channel. I love supporting smaller channels. It's what it's all about. Like, give back to those that give to you. So, if you're still here, comment on one of my videos. I'll take a look at your channel. Go give some love. Oh man, yeah, dude. Especially if you're posting stuff about that Running Man, I would actually love to follow. A huge fan of David Goggins, and so one of the things, because I've always done powerlifting. Like, at one point, I was deadlifting 515. My bench was 395 was the best bench I ever had. Squats always been difficult because I blew my knee out. But I've always done powerlifting. Now I've gotten back into more of a being healthier, doing way more cardio. When it was nice outside, I was actually running outside. So it was great. So Yeah, definitely comment on one of my videos because I'll never remember like on this. But if you comment on like one of my YouTube shorts, I'll go back and take a look at your channel. I've considered doing like a 10K, start running again. In the summer, I ran a 5K in just under 30 minutes. I was pretty impressed with myself. Yusuf, just like when I'm talking like this and I don't have a chance to read the comments because I'm on the treadmill, I can't scroll up and read what you had said. So whatever you said, you're gonna have to retype it in the chat. How much do I weigh? Right now I'm 228. So 228. Before the holidays, I was like 219. So a lot of it's still water weight, unhealthy gut health from eating tons of bad stuff. So now that I'm back for 30 days of perfection, like I'll see a lot of this water weight fall off. I'll see a lot of the unhealthy gut health fall off. Like I said, I've lost 8.8 pounds in 2 days. Obviously that's not fat, it's water weight and things like that. What's up, babe? Oh no, Yusuf, that's my wife. We share this account. Gotta remember what side I just wiped my armpit with. First, which side I wiped my face with. Guys, we got 8 of y'all beautiful people in here. 2 more people hit that like button. Let's see if we can get up to 30 today. We're 31 minutes on the treadmill. With which one now? It's always something, isn't it? It's always something. We just sell it. Pay the capital gains and be done with it. Good Lord. All right, well, I got 34 minutes here and I'll be done. Ugh. Damn that belly. You had a baby. I know, I was fat, man. Like, I'm telling you, like, I was huge. Like, you should see my belly before. Like, my cheeks were like, you know, belly was out to here. I had this big donk on me, like I'm a donk. Like, it was just massive. But, you know, lost 75 pounds with another 15 to go. Hey, you're doing great. Well done. Are you taking creatine or any other protein powder? Oh, I can't see you. Andrew, I am currently taking Synthesis protein shakes. I buy the 10-pound bags from Amazon. I have them on auto renew, and it saves like 10-15 bucks when you get the auto renew. And I take 2 scoops of that once in the morning. That's like my breakfast. And then I take C4 pre-workout. So I prefer the normal, the regular one, but sometimes it's hard to find the regular one unless you order it online. So sometimes I'll do like the C4 Sports. That's the only thing I take, and then the rest of it, I just try to eat incredibly healthy. Sometimes I'll drink, this isn't a supplement, but it helps me with like my cravings. I'll drink like flavored waters from like Walmart or Meijer. So you get a little bit of flavor, plus they're carbonated, so it kind of gives you that like that pop fix you need. So you should get a so Yusuf, like BMI, I'm not a big fan of. Like BMI is something that doesn't take into account muscle mass, doesn't take into account bone density. It doesn't take into account your height. BMI, I'm not a big fan of at all, and I highly encourage people not to use it. Because I'm fat, I know I'm still fat, but BMI would tell you that I'm morbidly obese. I don't think I'm morbidly obese. I know I'm fat, but I'm not morbidly obese. So, not a big fan of BMI. Heather, like I said, for whatever reason, ours is always 1 minus whatever your guys' is. So it still shows 29 likes for us here. But if you guys haven't done it already, double tap that screen, hit that like button, hit that follow. I truly appreciate the support. We are 35 minutes in, 2.3 miles. It's crazy, I got another 2 miles to go. So, but I appreciate y'all here that are part of the conversation. I'm telling you, having to do a cardio on the treadmill is just distracting your brain. As long as you can keep your brain distracted, that's the key. Is just, because I'm super ADHD, sometimes I'll just pin my phone up here and I'll scroll Instagram, watch reel after reel after reel. Sometimes I'll just put music on. It just kind of all depends. Like, but you have to do things just to basically keep your brain busy while on the treadmill. At least for me, it's not that it's hard. I get bored super easy while being on the treadmill. See if I can fall off. It's actually funny, guys. I bought the extra long treadmill when I bought this new treadmill several months ago, with the purpose of, like, I get distracted and it's like, oh, now I'm in the middle, and so I bought the extra long one so I don't fall off. Anybody else get distracted while on the treadmill? Like you see a squirrel, like, ooh, something shiny. What happened to that guy that called me fat? Come back here, make fun of me more. We could be friends. Andrew, I've been working out roughly for probably since I was like 16, on and off. Like, I've worked out, took time off, worked out, took time off, worked out, took time off. It kind of, like, I've kind of ebbed and flowed over time. A lot of it basically came on, like, my work schedule, especially over the last couple of years. I didn't work out as much. I gained a bunch of weight. Like, I was 303 at one point, but a lot of it was because I was working 80 hours a week. I was working 25, 30 days in a row. Like, that's how I was able to build my real estate business, because I was working like 5 jobs. Not even joking, I had 5 jobs at the same time. And so, like, it just kind of ebbed and flowed, but basically on and off for a long time. Dakota, I've lost right around 80 pounds total, and my ultimate goal is, I think, would be like 93 pounds is kind of where I want to fall. 93 pounds would put me at 210, and I think I want to be somewhere between 210 to 205, but again, it all just depends on how I look once I get there. So it just really all depends. Like, if I get down to 205 and I still don't like how I look, I'm going to keep pushing it, because again, at the end of the day, it is me versus me. I don't have to compete with anybody else. I'm not competing with social media. Well, there's several people at my gym I compete but they don't know that. But yeah, so 205 is my next, or 210 is my next big goal, and then we'll kind of go from there to see what I look like. I'm guessing probably 205 will be ultimately where I want to end up. Thanks, John, I appreciate it. So, guys, you haven't done it already, just double tap that screen. I'm 1 like away from 30. I'd appreciate that. I'm 245. I have stretch marks behind my arms. Call them my fast. Well, they are. And so, Dakota, like, I have them like down here underneath of my stomach. I have them definitely here on the insides of my arms, on both arms. I have really bad stretch marks on the insides of my legs. And so, it's just, it is what it is. We did damage to our body. We can go back and we can do better. We can make smarter choices. But at the end of the day, the damage is already done. It's just personal reminders of, like, we'll never allow ourselves to go back to that spot before, or never allow us to go back to that spot we were at. Like, it's not even a choice for me. Even if I binge for a week and I do, eat bad for the holidays, like, I know I can get right back on the wagon. Like, when the first hit, it wasn't even an option for me to not start my diet and exercise and eating clean again. Like, it was not even an option. Like, we are getting back in the wagon, and you're gonna look the best you ever have in your entire life. Like, I'll be 40 years old in April. By April, I want to be in the best shape of my life. I want to be cut, ripped, full six-pack abs. Like, it is what it is. And there's nothing that's going to stop me from achieving that goal. Nothing. Like, I'll pull 12, 14, 16-hour days between work and everything else I got to do. It is what it is. Anything else is unacceptable. Anything else is an excuse. I gotta look back in. Thanks for the positivity. Yeah, Dakota, absolutely, man. Like, we've all got to lock back in. It's easy to fall out of it with work and kids and family and everything else. We all find excuses, but the reality of it is, like, we all have time. And I don't care if you live in an apartment complex. I don't care where you live. With the way the internet works nowadays, we have unlimited free information where we can work out at home. You don't need equipment. Like, you can literally go to YouTube and search insanity, and there's a few of the few videos on there. Do a 45-minute insanity video. Don't stop and play the whole way through. Do the best you can. Like, there you go. There's your free workout you just did at home. Like, there's no excuses. Everybody has an extra 45 minutes every single day. Like, we all just make excuses. We have time to scroll on our phones. We have time to watch Netflix. We have time to watch Hulu. So anybody that says, I don't have time, you do too. You just would rather do other things. That's great drive and positive. Go to Andrew. Thanks, Andrew. That's why I always say every single day, you show up because you're dedicated, not because you're motivated. I mean, you take the word motivation and throw it out the window, because when you're motivated, you show up when you're motivated. Dedication, you show up because it's on the schedule. What are you supposed to do today? Sit down Sunday night. This is what my week's going to look like. These are the days I'm going to work out. These are the days I'm going to do cardio. This is what I'm going to eat. And then don't deviate from that. You've already done all the work on Sunday. Follow the goal. Follow the plan. Because the moment you start, what's up, Pooh? The moment you start making the first excuse, it then becomes 2 excuses and 3 excuses and 4 excuses. And then before you know it, all the progress you made the last 3 weeks, you're now starting over because you took a week off. What's up, Michael? I'm doing great today. Hey, Pooh. Yusuf, my New Year's resolution, I have 3 goals I want to achieve this year. I think I've said it several times today. First goal is I want to drop down to 10 to 12% body fat. 10 to 12% body fat, that'll put me, I'm thinking probably 210, 205. Then I want to read 1 book a month. So, like right now I'm reading Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I want to read 1 book a month. My third goal is I want to become a millionaire this year. So, I put a lot of work in the last 3, 4, 10 years, and I'm getting pretty close. My goal is I want to reach a net worth of $1 million this year. So these are my 3 goals I want to work on this year. How are babies made? When a mommy and a daddy love each other very much. Actually, they don't even have to love each other anymore. When a mommy and daddy get together and they smush. End of story. It was a cute fairy tale. Guys, we got 8 beautiful people in here. Double tap that screen. Hit that like button. Hit that follow button. Hit that subscribe. I truly appreciate it. All right, 43 minutes in with 22 minutes to go. I'm curious. Does it show you, if you guys go back to like the main page, does it show you how many subscribers there are? I'm curious how many subscribers I've got during this live. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. That's sweating a lot. Thank you for that like. I appreciate that. I always find it funny how like the treadmills estimate how many calories you burned without taking into context your height, your body weight, anything else. So it's like you burned 370 calories. Like, nah, man. Like, I'm big as shit. I burned way more than that. Thanks, Ralph. Appreciate that. really hope Running Man comments on one of my videos. They're excited. Dude's out here training to run a 100-mile marathon. That's awesome. That's insane. I couldn't imagine trying to run 100 miles. I mean, I could probably do a 10K if I trained for a month or two. I think I'd be fine. But so if you guys haven't done it already, double tap that screen, hit that follow button, hit that subscribe, hit that like. I appreciate it. Nice. Right, Heather? At first I got confused and said when mom and daddy love each other. That's not true anymore. Like you just gotta show up. It's kind of like losing weight. Just show up and see what happens. What was your diet that you were on the point before you're a fitness star? Oh man. So Andrew, like my diet was a train wreck, man. So like kind of just to explain my diet, I gotta kind of explain a little bit of my day. So like I get up for work at 7, I leave at 7:40, I drive about an hour to work. And then I worked my first job a lot of times from 8:30 to 4:30. I would leave that job, go right to my second job and work like 4:30 to 10 o'clock at night. And so like my primary job is I'm a social worker, so I'm in the community all day long. My second job, I screen people in the hospital, determine if they go inpatient for psychiatric care. So like, or provide resources. So like I work inside of a hospital. And I work in Saginaw, so it's like one of the most dangerous cities in America. And so, like, I did these two jobs, and I was working these super long days all the time. And so, in order to be able to do that, I was drinking coffee in the morning, and then like 11, 12 o'clock, I would get like an energy drink, and then 6, 7 o'clock, I'd get another cup of coffee or energy drink. And so I was just drinking tons of sugary food. Because I was miserable, because I was working 16-hour days consistently, driving an hour to work, not seeing my kids, not seeing my wife. Then I was eating fast food because that's what gave me the dopamine I needed to keep pushing through. Like eating crap food because it tastes good, eating cookies, chips, all the stuff that was terrible for you. Like I just ate whatever I wanted. There was no limits. And then not only that, but because like I'd be working these 16-hour days, I would then go down to the gift shop at the hospital and buy candy and chocolates and whatever because it tastes good. It gave me that dopamine rush and made me want to keep going. So like I ballooned up slowly, didn't even realize it until I was like 303 pounds. And it was just crazy that now I know that about myself. So I'm very cognizant of like, am I eating because I'm hungry? Or am I eating because I need the dopamine because I'm not happy with the way other things are going? Like so often, like food becomes comfort versus a substance that's gonna maintain our physical activity. And so I really had to change that mindset of like, stop eating because it makes you feel good about yourself. You eat now because it fuels the body. Like here, especially in the States, like food is such a social construct. You go out with friends and you go out to eat, you hang out, you have drinks. Like if you go out to eat with friends and you don't eat, you're the weird one, right? Versus the people that are eating chips and having drinks and doing all this stuff. If you're like, nah, man, I have a pre-cooked meal, I have some in my car, I'll eat later. Like you're the outlier. It's kind of weird. So yeah, that's what my diet was beforehand. No brain. Have fun, Yusuf. Oh, that's weird. Heather, I'm wondering after so long if it just kind of kicks. Actually, it kicked me out too and restarted like a few minutes ago. It restarted the live. Andrew, now my diet's I joke around and call it like my TISM diet because I literally eat the same thing every single day and I don't deviate from it. So now I get up for work at 7, leave for work at 7:40. From 7:40 to 10, I drink black coffee. Black coffee's great. It starts your metabolism. It has almost no calories in it, and the caffeine really does boost your metabolism. So I do that at 10 o'clock. I drink half of my protein shakes. So a Synthesis 6 double chocolate protein shake. I drink half of it at 10 o'clock. So that's about 200 calories, about 24 grams of protein. And then at noon, I drink the other half. And then starting about 1:30, my next two meals are the same thing. So it's 1 cup rice, 1 cup broccoli, 1 cup chicken. And so about 1:30, I eat that full meal. And then that holds me over till about 4 o'clock. And then about 4:30, I eat half of my next meal. So basically half a cup of rice, half a cup of chicken, half a cup of broccoli. I eat half of that. Then I go to the gym and I work out and do cardio. And then right after that, I eat the other half of rice, chicken, and broccoli. I usually get home about 8, sometime between 8 and 9, put the kids to bed, spend some time with the wife, and then I usually around like 10 o'clock, sometime between 9 and 10, I'll make my fourth and final meal of the day, which is 4 whole eggs, 2 egg whites, a cup of non-fat cottage cheese. Sometimes, like the other day, they didn't have any non-fat, so I ate whole-fat cottage cheese, a cup of cottage cheese, and then some kind of fruit, which usually I prefer like blackberries. You can eat a whole crate of blackberries, and it's only about 100 calories. So I'll do that, or strawberries, blueberries, apples, whatever. So like at the end of the day, like my food is my treat. Like I get a treat. This is my reward for following such a perfect diet. And usually it's right around 1,900 to 2,000 calories. But if I had to guess, I burn probably 5,000, 5,500 calories a day with the surplus of cardio, steps, and everything I do throughout the day. I'm bleeding black-eyed peas on bread right now. I took the nasty. I'm not a big fan of beans. They bloat my stomach and make me have to fart a lot.
Hello.
Did you get your basketball shoes, buddy?
Yeah.
Let me see. You want to turn that heater off because it is cooking down here. Oh, you got curries? Dude, those are sweet.
The incarnate ones.
Sweet.
I don't even know. No.
What do you do if your parents don't like you? Not care. Me and my dad had a huge falling out in my mid-teens. And there, I'm going to drop some knowledge on you guys. This might be the most important thing I say today. This might be the most important thing I say all day today, so listen up. Just because somebody is a blood relative does not mean you have to keep them in your life. It don't matter if they're a blood relative or they're a friend or a boss, whatever. People who support you are the people you keep in your life. If someone's toxic and just constantly brings you down, remove that person from your life. It's that simple. It is really that simple. Like, you don't have to have people in your life. Like, people tell you, but that's your mom and you only get one mom, or that's your dad, you only get one dad. Oh well. If that person does not help you level up, it is not your responsibility to make them feel better about yourself. Remove that person from your life. It's that simple. And focus on you. Focus on being better. For me, my entire life, I'm going to tell you guys a story. My entire life, when I grew up, I was like, I want my kids to have a better life than me. I want my kids to be better than me. I want them to make more money. I want them to be more successful. I want them to have a better relationship. I want my kids simply to be better than me. And so, like, I love watching WWE wrestling growing up, but we could never go because at the end of the day, like, my family couldn't afford it, and I had a really weird, my parents were divorced at a young age, my dad was on drugs, my mom drank, like, everybody had their problems. And so I started my vacation. You guys hold in the comments because I'm not going to be able to read anything right now, so just bear with me. So the very first day of my vacation, I think it was like the 19th, I took my kids to a WWE event in Grand Rapids. We drove down there. They had 2 events back to back, Raw and SmackDown. And I'm sitting there at this event, and I'm seeing my kids' faces light up. And they're just having the time of their life. And I just sit there, and like, tears just start running down my face. And I'm like, holy shit, like, I've done it. Like, I've achieved everything I've wanted to achieve so far. Like, I've given my kids a better life than I had. And it was just like, it wasn't the money that I spent on them. It was like, these are the experiences I wanted to have as a child that we didn't have the ability to experience. And I was like, I have now given this to my kids. And it's just like, I got super emotional. And it was just like, and I couldn't figure out why. And like later that night when I sat home and I processed it, I'm like, holy shit, like, I've done it. Like, I've given my kids this life that I've always wanted to have when I was younger. And so, sorry, I forget the original question or where I was even kind of going with this, but it's just like, it's okay to remove those people that are toxic in your life and replace them with people that are going to be supportive. Nice pecs. Thanks, Craig. Hit that follow, man. Appreciate that. So yeah, she's super. Sorry, I missed a bunch of comments. But yeah, what was Caesar? I think she's jealous. Walking and talking. Yeah, we're 54 minutes into cardio and we already lifted. How is your family taking an exercise regime or level of time? Andrew, like I'm very blessed in that aspect. My wife does all my meal prepping. She's super supportive of me. Like, I've set my family up very successful financially. And so like for forever, I've always put them first. And like I've grown this net worth. I've grown this real estate business by sacrificing my time. And so now I feel like my wife is super supportive for me now focusing on myself and my health. Because not only that, but do I look better for her. I'm healthier. I'm able to play with the kids more. I'm able to be more physically active. And so it's kind of a win-win for everybody. But at times she does get annoyed. Sometimes she just gets frustrated with my extremely long days. I'm telling my mom doesn't like me. Guys, double tap that screen, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. I would truly appreciate it. And Yusuf, I don't understand your culture enough, buddy, to really understand the dynamic there, buddy. And there's a lot of difference in cultures. But guys, we're still 2 likes away from 20 or 35 likes. Hit that like button. Show some support. Oh, it's hotter than Hades down here. It'd be pretty cool to get the 35 likes. I'm curious to see how many new subscribers we got during this live. Are you trying to become a billionaire? Nah, man, that's not possible. Like, I mean, to me, I just need enough to survive and not have to worry about struggling. Are you trying to become the next big YouTuber? Caesar, to be honest with you, you know, it would be great. Like, I'm a social worker right now. My job's exhausting. It's extremely taxing. Very little gratification for all the hard work I put in. And would I love to make it on YouTube and be able to spread the positive word and give back to people and make a bunch of money and donate a bunch of money? Like, I always jokingly say, like, you'll know when I make it when I could donate a park to the town. Like, go buy some land, build a park for the small town I live in. Like, that's what I want to be able to do. You know, that would be great. I'm just trying to have fun, and I'm trying to be supportive of people. That's the key. You'd like to become my press manager? Man, if I got to that point where I needed that, that would be so cool. But the thing is, like, my goal is just to continue spreading positivity in the world. Like, we have too much negativity out there. Social media, there's so much negativity. Because rage bait and clickbait causes clicks and likes. It is what it is. Have a good one, Yusuf. You're good at guitar and is that framing or farming? Farming? Fun fact about me, I grew up on a huge farm. You'd never know it as anti-country as I am. I grew up on like a 450 head cattle farm. Oh, I'm good at guitar. Farming clicks. Planting. I grew up, 450 head cattle farm. We milk twice a day. Fun fact about me. I used to spend tons of time scraping barnyards and feeding calves. Farming clicks. Nah, I don't know. I'm not smart enough about the whole social media stuff to even understand how that works and how people get all the extra likes. Like, there was a time where like I was trying to really grow my TikTok channel, and I was, paying for views and stuff like that to get extra subscribers. And like, my TT channel's got, I think, like 17 or 15.7K followers or something over there, but don't necessarily. I post videos on it, but I don't necessarily use it as much. I like this platform way better. God bless, brother. Thanks, David. I appreciate that. David, double tap that screen, hit that like button, guys. I need 2 likes to get to 35 or 35 today. But that's the thing, Caesar, is I don't want to say controversial things. Like that's when people log on to here, I don't want them having to hear controversial things or crazy things to I see what you're saying. I think I understand what you're saying. You're saying in order to get clickbait, like you say controversial things, people click on your stuff, you get, because you get paid by the view. So regardless if people are mad or people are happy, either way you get paid. That's why rage clicks work so good. I see what you're saying. Nah, that's not me. I'm all about spreading positivity. telling people they need to get off the couch and go achieve stuff. Because all too often we don't achieve things because we don't apply effort. I guess I could say that people would consider that controversial. Like I say, you're lazy, and the reason you're fat is because you're lazy, or the reason you haven't achieved your goals is because you're lazy, and you make excuses. I guess to a lot of people, that would be considered controversial in today's day. So, I mean, I guess I could say that. Because that's all too often we don't achieve our goals because we don't apply ourselves, and then we make excuses. Our reason we don't apply ourselves, and then we make excuses for those excuses, and then before we know it, we're so far down the rabbit hole of excuses that now we're depressed and we've got anxiety and all this other stuff. When the reality of the situation is you just need to get started. Like the biggest problem people have nowadays in today's society is that people think that they need to have a perfect plan to start. Like I gotta have this perfect plan, and I gotta have it all wrote out, and I gotta have the money, and I gotta do this, and do that. No, because the thing is, if it takes you a year to write this perfect plan, you're a year behind. But if you start day one, you're already better than you were the previous day. Like the key is just to start. Thanks, Caesar, I appreciate that. The key is just to start. Whatever it is you want to do, you want to invest in real estate, you want to invest in the stock market, you want to become a painter, you want to play guitar, all you have to do is just start. Like we have unlimited free information on the internet. Like, so stop making excuses and just start. It's so hard for me not to swear, guys. My base language is to swear all the time. That's just who I am. So I try not to swear on this platform. I think he needs to change some of his continuous habits. What habits do I need to change? I'd be curious. Because again, there's a fine line between cocky and conceited, and I like to flirt with it. But the reality of it is, most people would love to have what I have. What's wrong with eating chicken rice every single day? As long as I lose weight, it's healthy. I have starch, I have carbs, proteins, I have enough fats in my diet. What's wrong with that? See, that's the problem, Craig. Like comments like that. Like if it works for me, why does it matter? It doesn't have to work for you. What I do doesn't have to work for you. But the thing is I could tell you right now, is if you do something and it works for you, I'm going to fully support you in that. I'm not going to say you need to change it. A flabby stomach, yes, man, I get it. Like, but I also lost 80 pounds. Like you're going to have loose skin. I abused my body. I got fat. I've lost 80 pounds. Like, I'm going to have a flabby stomach, man. Oh, maybe I misunderstood it. But yeah. You've lost 80 pounds too? That's awesome, boss. Sorry. My bad. A little quick to attack there. I think I just misunderstood what you said. Yeah, man, that's what I said. Like, at no point earlier did I say anything about you eating fish. I just said I can't eat fish because it caused issues at my office and people were upset with it. And I don't want to eat cold fish. But man, if eating fish every day for you works, fish is great. It's incredibly healthy. Just be careful with certain fish because it has a lot of mercury in it. But I'll say that, yeah, man, live your best life. Eat tons of fish. It's healthy. Good for you. No worries. I started. You're good, man. Like, 80 pounds, that's awesome. How long did it take you to lose 80 pounds? And did you do it the old-fashioned way? Actually, never mind. I don't even want to know the answer. Good for you. You lost 80 pounds. That's all that matters. That's awesome. You should be proud of yourself. 80 pounds is a lot of weight. It's kind of how I feel. Like, losing the 80 pounds, I feel amazing. And guys, I appreciate the ones that have been on for a long time for this. I'm telling you, this conversation is a huge distraction. Really helps me on the treadmill. We are 63 and a half minutes in, and it's been very nice. Like, having this conversation really helps. Makes these, I could go on. I could do 100 minutes. Like, if the conversation kept coming in like this, it's such a distraction to my brain. I could easily keep going. Tell me what you use as cooking oil. So I put extra virgin olive oil in my rice a little bit to add some fats into those meals. And then I spray extra virgin olive oil on my pan before I cook my eggs. And then I have the natural fats of the egg yolks as fats. And that's the only fat I get in my diet. So I don't use like margarine, butter, or anything else, anything like that. It's all like extra virgin olive oil. I think it's great that you don't let negative comments get you down. that's where I would break. That's a serious, impressive skill. Thanks, Andrew. I'm telling you. Like, and I guess the thing is, like, nobody can say anything here that I haven't already said to myself. Like, for the longest time, I hated myself. I hated everything about me. Like, I was fat, broke, didn't like myself. Like, and so at a certain point, I'm like, dang, I'm my own worst critiquer. And even now that I'm successful, I'm still incredibly hard on myself. So it's like, cool, buddy. Like, say mean things. Like, I'll join in. Like, you're fat. Yeah, you're right. Like, your skin's loose. Yeah, you're right. So it's just, to me, it's just kind of funny. Like, none of that stuff bothers me. And then it also makes me think, it's like, you're saying these mean things, like, what is going on in your life to where you're going to feel better about yourself by seeing mean things to other people? Like, how miserable is your life to where you go online to a stranger you don't even know, don't know what they're going through, and just start saying crazy things? And so, it's crazy. Cayenne peppers, turmeric. Craig, I don't know. Like, I'll be honest, my wife cooks like my chicken and stuff like that. She uses some seasoning. But no, again, guys, I'm very basic. Like, I don't do all this extra stuff that you see people doing. It's just for me. Like, I'm a very basic person. That's why I eat the same thing every day. That's why, like, I don't need all this extra stuff. Like, that's why I think what's wrong with society nowadays is that we think we got to do all these extra minerals and vitamins and all this extra stuff in order to achieve the goals. Simple it down. Make it basic. Make it very basic. You can lose a crap ton of weight just eating rice, chicken, and broccoli. You don't like chicken? Do ground beef. Obviously, it's not better. You could do chicken burger. Like, you could do fish. You could do egg whites. Like, simple it down. Like, it doesn't have to be overly complicated. I'm happy your motivation is inspiring. Thanks. I'm not sure how to say your name. You look amazing and still do. Sorry about the people. That's all right, man. Like I said, those people don't get me down. Like, I'm my own worst critique. I feel great. I've lost 80 pounds, man. Like, people aren't going to bring me down. Like, you know how hard it is to lose 80 pounds by not taking any kind of like GLP-1s, not taking any extra like TRT or some kind of gear or something like that. Like, it never bothers me. Caesar, so my wife we used to do streams with our dogs all the time, and she would be on them, but not anymore. So, but I mean, I can have my wife come down. You guys can see how gorgeous she is. Hold on a second. Danny, come here. Come here. People say, does your wife ever go live with you? I am super sweaty now, so don't touch me.
Come here.
Sorry, guys, the wife's short.
What are we doing?
Just say hi to the people.
Hi, people.
They wanted to meet you. They said, did the wife ever go
The
live?
famous wants to lick your chest.
That's okay, buddy. Go
I know
ahead.
it's weird.
I'm going to shave it tonight. So, well,
I will shave it.
yeah, we'll get that done. Trim up the beard. Make myself look real pretty. So, see, guys, I outkicked my coverage. Especially, she still loved me when I was fat. I wouldn't have loved me. I didn't love me when I was fat. So,
You love cheeseburgers, though.
I did love cheeseburgers.
Oh, look, they're so nice.
Your husband's hot. Beautiful couple. Thanks, guys. All right, guys, I'm done here. We got to go figure out some stuff at one of our rental units. And how much weight did I lose? I've lost 80 pounds so far. And
I've lost 0.
That was funny, guys. My first day back on my diet. Like, I'm back on it. I'm all excited to eat my rice, chicken, and broccoli. And she walks out. She's holding like a Reese's peanut butter cup. And she's just like, hey. I'm like, really right now?
It's 2 grams of protein.
Really right now?
It was a conscientious decision.
I would have loved you when you're fat. Thanks. All right, guys. So if you guys haven't done so already, you guys hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. I'm going to try to go live a little bit more. Go back through, watch some of those clips. I appreciate and love that support. Bye. If I can remember.
Turn it off.